Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we have President Donald Trump in 2017, actually 2018, but I guess 2020, versus Donald Trump from the year 2000, and essentially just 1990, leading up to the year 2000, when indeed he was a registered Democrat at the time, so I'm putting him on the Democratic side. Now, the first thing first, Democratic Donald Trump would win this election, and I'm going to explain why very briefly, and then we're going to go state by state. Number one, he has the businessman appeal. The main reason why Donald Trump won the general election was because he had the I can fix the economy, I'm a businessman appeal. Both Donald Trumps would have it, and it would essentially cancel out. If you think about it, not only does the white working class normally vote Democratic, they only voted Republican because he was a businessman. If a Democrat comes in with the same type of business experience, you better believe that they're going for the Democratic Party. Number two, he did not say as many controversial things. Coming out with that Haiti comment, calling them, you know exactly what he called them. That's definitely going to hurt him with the black vote. I highly doubt he'll get over 5% of the black vote this time. His approval rating is probably going to drop drastically after what we see. But actually, America has pretty much become desensitized to everything that people have said, regardless of their political party. But there seems to be a higher standard set here for the president, and he just keeps not meeting up to it. But we're now going to do, honestly, Donald Trump is not doing as well as people thought he would. He was supposed to change. He was supposed to become presidential. That's not showing. And the fact that he would insult millions of people, immigrants, and say we need people coming from Norway. Immigrants are literally the backbone of this country. I'm not going to go much into it, but that's something that's definitely going to hurt him with African American voters, with the very few he already had. So we're going to start off with the safe blue states. So pretty much the Rust Belt would be safe blue, Virginia as well. And now Donald Trump, being a Democrat himself, would most definitely be able to win. I mean, he defended Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton for a short period of time, and it most definitely got his name well known in the Democratic Party. When he switched to the GOP, it wasn't that much of a change. Then he started questioning Barack Obama's birth certificate. That's when he started getting farther right, and things started changing. Now we're going to fill in a number of the battleground states. So Iowa, since I'm not going to be factoring. I previously recorded this video, but I deleted it by accident. But we're not going to be factoring in Mike Pence. I'm just going to go state by state and see how they vote. So there's going to be a lot more swing states come this time around. There's going to be a whole lot more swing states. You better believe it. So going over, now we're going to fill in all the safe red states. We're going to have a battleground district in Nebraska, going down to Kansas, would be considered safe. South Carolina, West Virginia, yeah, South Carolina, probably. So this is the safe map for Donald Trump as a Democrat versus Donald Trump as a Republican right now. A number of these states are going to flip, and I'm going to explain why. So going up to the Northeast, both of them have Northern appeal, and Donald Trump came close to overcoming Hillary Clinton up in the North. This is Democratic territory. Donald Trump really won the main 2nd Congressional District because of the businessman appeal. The Democrat finally has that compared to past election years. Hillary Clinton did not have that, and she was not able to appeal to a lot of the voters up there that were essentially tired of Washington. And you can argue that they were tired of the Democratic Party, but with someone like Donald Trump who can really rile up crowds and put on a strong showing of force on both sides, considering they're both the same person, it would definitely be, the country is far more Democratic than it is Republican if you look at registration numbers. And if he's someone who can get out Democrats the same way he got out Republicans to vote, it would be an easy victory for him. Going over to Colorado and Nevada, states Hillary Clinton won, would be an easy victory for him. Going down in Ohio, not only would he grasp a lot of the Democratic vote, considering that he hasn't said a lot of these controversial statements, the most is dating back to the time of Nixon when he was sued by the administration. He would easily win a lot of those rural voters. Same case in the state of Iowa. Now going over to Indiana, this is one of the more prominent calls, but Indiana I would give to Donald Trump, the Democrat, because of the fact that he is a Democrat. We're not factoring him in Mike Pence. This state is normally, well, not normally a toss-up, but it has become a toss-up because of Barack Obama. The way that 2016 Donald Trump was polling against Hillary Clinton, I understand that the polls definitely underestimated him here, but they showed him with a final average of around plus 15, and he won by around 19. So I guess it's somewhat of an accurate indicator, but I think Missouri would go Going over to North Dakota and Montana, these are states that I think Republican Donald Trump would hold on to. Same thing with Utah, putting him over the 100 mark. Going down to North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, states I think that Democratic Donald Trump would easily pick up. I mean, with the appeal that, and he can rile out a lot of his voters, it would be pretty much an easy victory, considering that if he uses the same campaign strategies. Going over to Nebraska's 2nd district, the Democrat Donald Trump would easily win those, especially with the businessman appeal and with the rural voters. We can get your economy, the agricultural appeal, again, enough to put him over the top. Going over to Texas, though, I think that Republican Donald Trump would carry the state of Texas narrowly. But then we finally go over to the state of Arizona, and that's the state that puts Donald Trump, the Democrat, at 396 electoral votes. So this is the final electoral map, 396 electoral votes for 2000 Donald Trump, essentially Democratic Donald Trump, versus right now Donald Trump's, President Trump's 142 electoral votes. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.